Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the castle here at CCBC Essex. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth, once again bringing you all the action live here from the castle on your home for all of the night's home games. YouTube, of course. Union Owls looking to play spoiler for the Knights on what is game one of a action-packed weekend of soccer. A game here today and then a game tomorrow. Same time, same place. So if you can, join us live here at the castle tomorrow. But for right now, you've got the best seat in the house for your Knights taking on the Union College Owls. Owls coming onto the field right now in the red jerseys. Knights in the home whites. Knights currently 8-3-1, 5-3 in the conference, 3-2 at home, 4-1-1 on the road, and they're coming off an 8-2 victory at Carroll. It was a 2-2 game at half, and Coach King, tremendous halftime speech, and the players heard it, absorbed it, made the most of it. Pulled off a big win against Carroll, and they're trading wins and losses. Going back 4 games, it's a 2-0 loss to Anne Arundel, an 11-0 win versus Essex County, and then a 3-2 loss against Hartford, and then that 8-2 victory against Carroll. So the Knights really trying to put their best foot forward here as spooky season officially upon us here, as October finally here for all the Halloween enthusiast. That means they can get the stuff out of the fridge, excuse me. Get the stuff out of the attic. I put the candy in the fridge once the kids don't pick it up. But for the action on the turf, it means that, oh my goodness! What a strike. Tremendous body control. Getting the foot on the ball right up over the hand of the goalie. Top shelf cookie in the first minute of the contest. And it was a beauty. It's going to be tough to beat that one. Perfect timing. This is in the middle of saying before had my breath taken away from me. October brings the end of the stretch run of the regular season. The postseason is right around the corner, and the Knights have put themselves in a strong position to make a run at it, both in the region and the conference, and possibly maybe even the national tournament. These 2 games this weekend going to be a test for this Knights team. Stepping up to the challenge early here against Union. You look at the numbers game for this Union team. It plays at the Division III level. It is a 1-4-1 start to the season, 0-4 in the conference. The Union's 1 win came on the road. As we see Lane with a nice move, playing it towards space. Centering pass. Did have a white jersey right there, but Owls were first to get it. Cleared out of the danger zone for a moment. Knights through 12 games coming into this one. 47 goals scored on the season. 3.9 is their goals per game average. Goals against average, 1.3. So high-powered offense. And certainly a strong defense. Big part of why Coach King's team feeling good about where they are sitting right now. Potentially feeling better as they continue to piece things together, continue to show signs. The steal after the goal kick. Knights looking for more offense. Almost 5 minutes into the first half. Lane takes it herself this time, but saved as she goes for the low shot on the inside post. No hesitation from the goalie. Down on the turf to make the save. Marissa Hill, the Owls keeper. Nice move there. Free kick awarded to the Knights. 50-50 ball right there in front of us on that end line. Referee says it was last touched by a red jersey. A centering pass, another time where a white jersey's there, but red jersey making it difficult. Defense stretched out, but not out of position. Staying strong in the middle, making those passes difficult. Making the shot opportunities after the passes that much more difficult. Knights knocking on opportunity's door. The Owls closing the door for right now. Gave up that goal in the first minute, and they've kept the Knights in score, or in check, I should say, since then. But no signs of offense yet for the Owls. Nice move, long shot, and it's wide of the net. Fuentes took the kick and also had a nice little move to create the shooting lane. Ashlyn Fuentes, 6 goals coming in to this contest this season. As we see another one, blink and you missed it. Because I'm not going to lie, that's what happened here to me. I was looking down at my score sheet, trying to get some more stats for you, and then I hear the whistle. My goodness, the offense, fast and furious. I'm going to look at the stat sheet online to see who was the goal scorer there. Onslaught of goals continues. 39-26 left in the first half, and the Knights have put a second one on the board. And those 2 shots on goal coming, or excuse me, those 2 goals scored coming on 3 shots on goal. Efficient offense. Bouncing around in towards the middle. A good goal scoring opportunity there for the Knights. So Avery Lane had the first 2 goals of the game for the Knights. The second one unassisted. Coming at the 5:34 mark of the first half. Avery Lane, an opportunity for the hat trick. Those 2 goals scored by Avery Lane will take her to double digits in terms of goals scored this season, now sitting at 10. And this is the deepest the ball's been into the defensive zone for the Knights. Crucial for the Owls. Try and figure out a way to put some pressure on with the forwards and midfielders. At least buy their defense a little bit of a break. Knights instead, quick passes through the defense. Brown looking to turn the corner and taking the shot from a tough angle, but making the most out of it. What a shot on goal there. It was an even 4-on-4 rush into the offensive zone. And, man, the offensive zone was earned and won by the Knights with style. Couple of tremendous passes up and through the midfield area towards the goal-scoring area. Another strong save from Marissa Hill. Back and forth here with possession as the Knights are slowly but surely moving that ball up that far sideline with the throw-ins. I want to thank you all for joining us this afternoon. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon for soccer. It's great to be back here at the Castle. Take some of the sting away from that tough week around town here with the Orioles season going down the way it did. I'm sure you guys at home have noticed the sound of my voice. I enjoyed those games a little extra. And then, of course, we had a tremendous doubleheader of soccer action this week as we see a nice move from Friedenberg creating space. Now the through ball to Lane. And offsides by just a hair. Another move there from the Knights, where the offensive zone gained with some enthusiasm and style. Friedenberg with a couple of nice moves. And then a nice through ball as we see another one. Diamond Brown turning on the Jets, looking for the shot. And another save from Hill. And that is the second time we've seen Brown receive a pass very cleanly and turn it in to a race to a goal-scoring area. This time, a much more favorable shooting position. Same result, peppering that low corner. Diamond Brown more straightforward and looking at the goal. The hips and shoulders square towards the goal, this time coming more at an angle. Centering pass, Henning there, one-timer. Sent away with the mitts. Again, the defense in a good position, making it difficult, cutting off the angle initially for Brown, and then with the centering pass over to Henning, a red jersey right there in the hip pocket. Whole time through, making it difficult. Knights with the lead, 2-0, but Owls putting up a strong fight here defensively, making the Knights earn everything. No easy ones yet for the Knights, but of course, they're still making the spectacular happen. Doing it quite frequently. That was a shacked and a full moment for the referees, as I'm pretty sure the ball was played back to the goalie with the feet there and then immediately picked up, which is usually a handball. Maybe I missed something there. Owls with possession near the midfield. Almost 15 minutes into the first half. Knights looking for another run. Brown had trouble centering that one. Gave it back to Lane, who was just wide of the net. Little give and go. Brown got it in the middle, gave it right back to Lane. Fuentes with the steal. One move, one shot, and very close. Saw Hill shuffling the feet very quickly, getting into position, thinking that one was going to be on net. Just a little wide. Offensive opportunities coming a little bit more frequently now for the Knights. As we see another steal. Owls uphill in terms of their battle on the scoreboard, but that uphill battle turns into a real mountain when you can't get time of possession to be at least close to 50-50. I mean, right now we are ways away from that. The Owls really struggling on these set pieces, whether it's goal kicks or saves from the goalie. They have a restart, so to speak, offensively. They are struggling to play with control, to get this ball to someone with an opportunity to clear it out of the danger zone. Just too many plays like this. 50-50 balls where the Knights got as good of a chance as anybody. Through ball up the line, looking for the cross now. No, taking it in towards the middle. Shot, spinning. Just not spinning enough. Wanted to put more bend on that, I'm sure. Sneak that in towards that far post. Right idea. Sarah Briggs with the nice move, receiving the pass in a spot where I'm sure the defenders were looking to slow down the angle for the cross. Instead, she takes it right in towards a goal-scoring area off a nice one-on-one play. Saw the ball start to spin off the foot, just couldn't get enough spin. Dangerous play, working it around in the middle, but nice tackle. Knights getting right back on it. Again, a nice tackle from the Knights, winning possession, keeping it in their zone. Tackle that time from Mia Vetri. Knights switch fields and now have it on the far sideline, though they're going right back in towards the middle now. They'll take whatever space is available. Briggs looking to split the defense this time. Coming up a quarter short. Knights still on the attack, though. And defense has it roll back towards them. They're able to get a little action in. It's been a slow day at the offense for them as Friedenberg turns the corner. Around one. Nice pass in towards the middle. Fuentes looking to run towards it, but the Knights lose that race towards the goal as the defense initially looked like they were a step behind. That was just an optical illusion. Quickly, they got right back in front. And they shut the door on that offensive attack, at least for now. It is nearly impossible to be everywhere all at once, and that is kind of what the Owls have to do right now with this passing display from the Knights, easily moving the ball all around the field. passing up good shots for better shots, taking advantage of the space wherever it is. We saw that play just a moment ago from the Knights. Looked like there was a lot of space developing in towards the goal. But again, red jersey right there on the hip pocket. Trying to make it difficult. Almost 20 minutes into the first half, Knights. Deja vu, Brown this time puts it into the bottom corner. Fourth or fifth time Brown has gotten an opportunity to get the ball and turn the corner, get into a good goal scoring area. This time, finishing the job, 3 unanswered goals to start the contest on 8 shots. 8 shots on goal for the Knights, 3 goals scored. The coaching staff will live with that math. They'll really live with the strong effort defensively that we've seen from the midfielders. That and the strong passing display, a big part of what's got the Knights in the lead right now. Briggs, the step over. How about a second? Staying with it. Now using the heel, looking for someone to give it up to. And a communication breakdown. Knights doing it all over again after the throw. Owls get that clear, but just in the nick of time as that ball rolling in towards the box. Knights trying to chase down that 50-50 ball once again. Nice ball off the line and in towards the middle of the box. No white jerseys there to get ahead on it, and no rebound opportunity with the clean catch of the cannonball. But a good quick strike. A well-placed cross. The passing display from the Knights continues to be strong. And the whistle. We'll make sure that possession stays here with the Knights. Hot potato, 50-50 ball still. Oh, nice move as Brown plays it over towards space. On the volley, Briggs with another nice move. Left-footed shot just wide of the net. Brown with the little half spin, one touch of a pass over to Briggs. One or two nice moves later, and the Knights get the nice shot on goal that they were looking for. Did not get the result they were looking for, though. 3-0 still the score on the big board. And Union's coach passionate with his cries for his defense to step up and mark up just a little bit. It's to figure out a way to stop this bleeding just a little bit. I'm sure also understanding with the Knights offense pushed up the way that they are, Union could catch the Knights out of position just a little bit, get a quick defense to offense transition opportunity. And they put one on the board. Hey, who knows? Nothing's gone their way just yet, but all it takes is one. to change the momentum and feeling of this game. Union Owls with the ball in their offensive zone. And with possession as well on the far sideline, piecing together a few passes and smartly looking towards that space, moving it back. Ball pressure. Oh, nice move getting around one. Got to get this pass off. Who's going to make themselves available? Now it's a race towards the ball, and KDF wins. Great display of sportsmanship afterwards. Kayla Davis, friend, made the save, but the flag was also out there from the sideline judge. But Union creating a little offense there, making the defense work out of their zone, the Knights, and having to go the distance. And coming up a few inches short as the offsides will blow it dead and give possession to the Owls. And it'll come with just over 21 minutes left in this first half. A sigh of relief as they created some offense just a moment ago. And then immediately watch the Knights go defense to offense with some urgency. Now the Owls trying to recreate what they had just a moment ago. Briggs saves it from going out of bounds. Nice hustle. Pass to Fuentes. Shot. What a goal. And a beauty of an assist from Sarah Briggs. Great centering pass right outside the box. And Fuentes with the laser. One hop into the back of the net. 4 unanswered goals in the contest for the Knights. Dominating first half performance from Coach King's squad. 4 goals on 9 shots on goal. And in between the break, a big group substitution checking into the game for the Knights. And a whistle will create some more opportunities for the Knights offensively. Freebie about 5 yards into their offensive zone. Oh, big kick. Henning, only one there. And offsides, says the referee. There's a centering pass up the far sideline. It's a race towards the ball, and Hill for the Union Owls will win it coming off the goalie line with a second or two to spare. Oh, nice move again. Briggs with the hustle. And then the nice touch. Keep it in play. Create the offense. Another pass from Briggs, creating the scoring opportunity. She's going to get an assist. It'll be hockey style. This time the Owls stopping it defensively with a nice tackle right there in the box. 2 solid passes in a row from the Knights, looking like the 5th goal of the game. Nene says the Owls. Certainly not for lack of trying. Knights right there, right back on the merry-go-round. And Briggs offsides by the smallest of margins there. Final 17 minutes of regulation. Or excuse me, of the first half, I should say. We've got a whole nother 45 after this. Which is plenty of time for you at home to go onto the CCBC Essex Athletics website and check out the schedule for the rest of the year for this Knights women's soccer team and figure out when you can come check out a game here at the Castle. A couple more regular season home games for the Knights, and then of course you can always catch them during the postseason, during the Region 20 tournament. Stakes always a little higher once we get into tournament time. The reality of playing at this level, when you get into those do-or-die games, is there is players out there playing to make sure that the dream gets to live for another day. Get another opportunity to play the beautiful game with your friends. Not everyone gets to play at a 4-year school after this. The journey does end for some players after this, and you see the passion on full display when it gets to do or die time. Always makes it that much more fun from the fans' perspective, but it also makes it that much more emotional from the fans' perspective as well. The stories get that much bigger. The lights get that much brighter when it's won or done. As Vetri, a tough move there. Soccer season may be coming to an end here as Henning catches one right there in the middle, turns and shoots. The door was closed on her once and then a second time by a nice, strong defensive performance from the 2 center backs for the Owls. Jaden Linton with the first go-round. I think it was Kempf. Yes, indeed. Elizabeth Kempf with the second tackle for the Owls. Not out of the danger zone just yet, though. Corner kick, first of the game, far sideline. Good strike. A lot of air under that. Going to put it right back into a goal-scoring area. Oh, Briggs, nice move. Could not put together a second. Vetri's turn. Vetri got to step up from the defensive back spot. Put a good, strong strike on the ball, too wide of the net. Those rolling balls like that, real easy to get a lot of power behind it. A little more difficult to get the accuracy down on those ones. Those and the volley shots. One-timers. The big boys and girls get paid the big bucks and make it look easy. Well, they get all that for a reason. It ain't really that easy. just make it appear so. Speaking of easy, the Knights have at times in this first half made it appear easy. Those two blink and you missed it goals from Avery Lane really setting the stage for what kind of contest it was going to be. Those two goals coming in the first 6 minutes of the contest. And, of course, two more goals since then for the Knights, and they are sitting pretty with a 4-0 lead with 13 minutes left in the first half. Henning taking a tumble and getting awarded the penalty kick for the efforts, it looks like. Or no, she was offsides, they say. You always have a little moment of disbelief, or you catch or hold your breath when you have a play like that, when someone is that far in front of the defense, because usually it is offsides, but sometimes it's a miscommunication defensively. That time, once again, a little too good to be true for the Knights. They have to wait a little bit longer for goal number 5. So the beginnings of another dominant win for the Knights, as their last 2 wins. Oh, what a save. Riley Dertricourt taking it into a really strong goal-scoring area. Getting a good, strong shot off. Hugging that near post. A strong save from the goalie for the Owls. Last 2 wins before this for the Knights. Combined score of 19-2. So when the Knights are getting the W's, they are getting them in dominating fashion as of late. They are the buzzsaw right now that a lot of teams do not want to deal with. Coach King is hoping that trend is only the beginning of things to come, with the big tournaments right around the corner. Owls winning possession and looking for the recipe to get this ball deep into their offensive zone. They got it deep in their offensive zone, just couldn't do it with possession. Rolls over to the goalie. Quick defense to offense move from the Knights, turning on the Jets up the far sideline. Right to the goal and sent away. Rebound is good. And what a coast-to-coast move there from the Knights. Mackenzie Silenzia, number 10, the goal scorer that time for the Knights. Ten goals on the season for Mackenzie coming into this one. And now under 10 minutes to play in the first half for these two teams. The nightmare first half will continue for a little bit longer. This Owls team up against it in what is already a tough visit to the Castle for them. Oh, nice pass, and Briggs offsides that time. Everyone's eyes getting big offensively on a day like this. It's kind of hard to stay back and stay patient when you know what is in front of you. Runs towards the goal, coming fast and furious for the Knights. Briggs getting caught with a hand in the cookie jar that time. KDF, one of the few times she gets to put the mitts on it. Defensively speaking, it has been a day off for the center backs, or defensive backs, I should say, of this Knights team. They have gotten to contribute a little offensively, and then some ball pressure up and towards the midfield area, keeping the ball in their offensive zone, but they have not been tested defensively here today. They have not been on their heels much. I'm sure that is a welcomed change after what was a tough trip to the Castle last time against the rival Fighting Owls, the other Owls, the Hartford Community College Fighting Owls. That one, a tough 3-2 loss. In a game where the Knights saw the other side of the comeback trail. They got down early, scored 2 late goals in the first half to get themselves up, and then they watched the Fighting Owls see the other end of the comeback trail where they scored 2 late goals in the second half and stole the victory in what is a rivalry matchup. CCBC Essex and Hartford Community College. No love lost between the programs. As we see the Union Owls putting a strike on offensively, looking, and he's waving the flag. He's offsides. And that is got to be a gut punch if you are an Owls player, coach, or fan. Just getting one of the few opportunities to create some hope for yourself offensively. And then that pesky flag. Like a pesky red light when you're on your way home. You know, 1 light left. Nice fight for the ball right there at the midfield. 50-50 ball going both ways for a minute. Owls finally secure it. You love to see that fight. Love to see the effort on both sides. And the Owls at times have gotten down here on themselves, so to speak, body language-wise in this first half, but for the most part, they have stayed strong and stayed competitive. And they're going to need some more of that in the second if they want to keep this game, at least keep it from getting too out of hand. Knights looking for the cross, and they'll look a little further as they'll have a corner kick, third of the day, and this third corner will come with exactly 5 minutes left in the first half. With the first half coming to a close, our good friends at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square are going to get lots of business at the halftime period. A reason number, I don't know. Oh, nice save defensively with the feet. And boys and girls at home, that's why you mark up the post on the corner kicks. Goalie came out to make the save. Rebound attempt was sent away by a defender doing their best goalie impression. We've seen the Knights score already on rebound attempts just like that this time. Defense stepping up and making the play. Our good friends at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square, though, is middle of saying they are another very big reason why you got to come check out a game here at CCBC Essex before the season is over. Great action on the turf, chicky sandwiches, and delicious cookies in the stands for all the fans. And if you can't come check out a game on the turf during the fall season, check out the Essex website for hardwood. The action will be going indoors sooner than later. Coach Sini's squad is putting together the final touches on the season right now. Lawless Society Jamboree is going to be back. You're not going to want to miss that one. That is going to be an action-packed weekend of women's basketball. Coach Sini putting the last touches on the Jamboree and, of course, putting the last touches on the team, of course. Looking for a return trip to the Final Four. That's all Coach Sini knows since he's taken over the women's basketball program here at CCBC Essex. Offensively here for the Knights, it's starting to feel like all they know is offsides calls. More than a few starting to pile up for Coach King's squad, as that seems to be the recipe for keeping them in check offensively, at least in the late stages of this first half. 150 seconds left on that clock. And the first 45 dominated by the Knights. 2 goals in the first 5 minutes and change, and they never looked back. They've just continued to create distance between them and the Union Owls. And they are looking for just a little bit more distance now with exactly 2 minutes left in that first half. Nice deflection, sending it back towards the defensive line. Friedenberg gives the Knights a chance on the through ball, far sideline. Defense closing out and making the steal. Looked like the Knights had dropped it and then picked it back up. Nene says the defense. They'll need another strong effort here as the Knights now crashing in towards the middle. Friedenberg lays it off for Briggs. Give and go. Briggs fakes the pass, drives in towards the middle, but the defense not fooled. Knights still searching. Driving in towards the middle, big shot, and my oh my, they'll be thinking about that one later. That was a beautiful take, just missed out on the make. Samantha Grace using the eyes and shoulders to manipulate the defense and create a shooting lane. A huge strike. Just a little wide of the net. And is that the last hoorah offensively we see for these two teams? Now we have got a beautiful fight taking place in front of us between Briggs and Christy Mendoza, number 16 and number 9 respectively. 16 in the white jersey, number 9 in the red. Those two players going back and forth. Not to be outdone by the other. Knights looking for a buzzer beater and not going to find one, as that clock will hit triple zeros. And the score on the big board says it all. 5-0. The Knights are up in this one. And they are starting their weekend of soccer off on the right foot. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are just moments away from starting the second half. Knights with possession here and with a 5-0 lead on the big board as we start the second 45. I wonder what the halftime strategy is for the Knights with this large lead. Knights, of course, hungry for a shutout. Who doesn't want a shutout? Strong defensive team like the Knights. 1.3 is their goals against average coming into this game. And would love another shutout for their goalie, Kayla Davis-Friend, behind them. Goal differential also could come into a factor when we get into seeding for the tournament. So when you have a game like this, when you can pepper the goal and add a few extra, really could make a huge difference in that top three seeding if you have, the same record or same record against common opponent. That goal differential could come play a factor. And the Knights, of course, a lot of goals on the season, 47 goals already scored this year, and that was before the start of this contest, as we see a nice shot trailing over towards the top shelf. A good, clean catch of the cannonball from the goalie. And make sure that this score stays right where it is, at least for a little bit longer. And offsides flag there against the Knights. First time we've seen that here in the second half. We saw that more than a few times in the first half. If the Knights are able to hold on and get the shutout here today, it will be their 6th shutout on the season. And what an amazing stat for them. 8 wins on the year so far, 5 by way of the shutout. Those 47 goals coming into this season scored by the Knights. Those 47 goals scored on 187 shots. So this Knights team peppering the goal early and often and doing it from the word go and from the drop of the ball at the start of the season. It has been a high-powered offensive show for Coach King's squad. I noticed a goalie switch here for the Knights. November Smoot wearing number 5 and getting the start in the second half. So if the Knights get the shutout, it'll be a little double contribution. Henning dropping it off to Brown, who has someone right there on the hip pocket, give and go. And Henning was offsides by just a hair. Henning with control over to Lane and throw on the hats. Beautiful centering pass over to Avery Lane and the hat trick goal. And we will have an official running clock during the second half. So the only stoppage of time here in this second half will come via the injury. So Avery Lane had the first 2 goals of the day. And now she has got the first of the second half. A hat trick for the sophomore. And 2 of the 3 goals scored by Avery Lane coming off assists from Henning. So that Henning to Lane combo, a strong one here today against the Owls. 15-3. And Lane looking for a 4-goal day. Turning the corner around 1. And off the post with the second effort. Bar down. Put that one on the highlight reel with some music. What a move from Lane, turning the corner around the defender. The thud off the post, you could hear it from all the way up here. An absolute beauty. And when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Off the post and in. 4-goal day for number 3. Oh, nice move. Around 1, Friedenberg has it stolen on the nice poke from behind. Knights looking to get right back on the merry-go-round. Bouncing ball. Brown is there. And Brown is finishing. And the wheels on the bus, they are falling off. And Keanu Reeves is nowhere in sight to save the day. It's a runaway train. 8 unanswered goals for this night's team. 3 in the second half and in the first 10 minutes of the second half. And, man, that kind of captures it right there. That was a tough scene. The Owls with possession, starting it, really no one moving around or with the ball, and just the Knights players coming in like a swarm of bees, ready to make it a tough, tough day. And it has been no picnic at the Castle for this Owls team. Oh, nice move defensively. Megan Panowski stepping up from the defensive line spot, putting a little body deflection on that. Nice move with the one touch just to get that with some power and put it towards the goal. I think it was wide of the net, but Smoot still with a nice little over-the-shoulder wide receiver catch. And then the collision right there in front of us. It looks like the Knights laughing it off, so we will as well. Hernandez, old immovable force meets the unstoppable object. And up towards the midfield. Nice move, splitting the defense. Pass. It's a race, and about as close to a tie on that race as you can get. As Riley Dertricourt was there trying to receive that pass in the box there. She gets the pass, tries to split the defense with a centering pass of her own. Owls coming up on the right side of the deflection that time. It was a good, strong defensive effort from the forwards right there from the Owls. Knights pushed it back, immediately had to push it forward. Well, they've caught the Owls out of position just for a moment. And Fuentes was knocking on the door. Big leg of the Owls defense had to come in and send that away and over the line. Just over 33 minutes left in this second half. Knights, 3 goals already here. Searching for more. And why not? They're coming off an 8-2 victory against Carroll. So there's 2 games in a row with at least 8 goals scored. And remember, fans, their 2 wins before this game combined by a score total of 19-2. So when the Knights are picking up the victories, they are picking them up in dominating fashion. We could see something special here. Fuentes got a big leg, putting it on display. Oh, off the post! Man, I felt like the little kid in the Incredibles movie, just waiting for something spectacular to happen. Ashlyn Fuentes almost with the incredible there. And it does not get much closer than that. That ball fluttering through the air. Looked like for sure it was going to find the back of the net. One doink later. Corner kick for the Knights. They elect to go short. Fuentes gets it right back. Another good strike in towards the middle. Someone there to get a body on it, but cannot redirect that ball towards a goal-scoring area. Almost 15 minutes into the second half, and the Owls take this opportunity to catch a little bit of a breather. They were on their heels in a big way there, the Knights, inching closer and closer. Door getting shut on them for now. Mia Vetri. Emily's over there on the sideline. Mia Vetri stepping up there from the midfield spot, making a strong tackle. Creating that opportunity for the Knights to switch fields and get it into their offensive zone. Fuentes plays it with control. Now splitting the defense. Cannot get around that last defender, though. Good, strong tackle from Kayla Cabrera. As we hit the 30-minute mark of this second half, I want to take this opportunity to, thank you all at home for joining us on this lovely Saturday, And remind you that you can join us live tomorrow, same time, same place, for a great matchup again for this CCBC Essex women's soccer team. It is going to be a matchup, against the Harkham Bears. 1 o'clock tomorrow. Join us live here and in person as we see a great save, second effort on the rebound. And it's cleared away just for a moment. Knights still with possession, though. Great save on the Brown one-timer. Point-blank shot. Sometimes you play goalie. It's kill or be killed. Owls living to see another day with the score what it is. As I was saying, the Harkham Bears coming in to town tomorrow to play the Knights, looking to play spoiler on what is the start of a successful weekend for Coach King's squad. The Knights currently 1-1 on the week, looking, well, they're 28 minutes from moving to 2-1 on the week. Can they finish 3-1 on the week? That'd be a great sign for Coach King's squad that they are putting their best foot forward when it matters most. The end of the regular season. Very, very close. The big Region 20 tournament right around the corner. Dangerous play there with the Owls player bringing the leg up over near the head area of Friedenberg. Referee calls that one. Race towards the ball. Brown, it's a collision between her and the goalie. Open net, and the defense makes the save. And my, oh my, that was a tough scene on that 50-50 ball. Everybody's got a right to it. And goalie comes out a little worse for wear after taking a strong hit, but stepped up and made the play for her team. And then the defense picked her up on the backside and made the play behind her to send it away and keep it at 8-0. Another one of those tough scenes. And two players going in towards the ball with everything they got. It's going to be a collision. It's going to be an accident. Somebody's going to come out a little worse for wear. Owls goalie that time. One taking the big hit. Oh, what a save. And crawling towards the rebound attempt. Pinballing around. Knights still looking. Big shot. And off the deflection, and the reaction from Friedenberg says it all. Oh, my, congratulations. Maya Friedenberg, the sophomore, with her first goal of the season. Oh, my, a moment she will never forget. Congratulations, Maya Friedenberg. A laser of a shot off the deflection. And then another deflection off of the defender and into the back of the net. Good things happen when you put them on cage and you shoot hard. Maya Friedenberg, the sophomore who wears number 1 and also wears the captain band for this night's team. A great example of that right there. 20 minutes into the second half. Briggs, a dribbling display. Trying to pass it off to Brown. Headed towards the top of the box. Just coming up a quarter short. Oh, nice deflection, getting a hip on that ball, as that was headed towards the goal-scoring area with a white jersey coming in after it. Exactly 25 minutes left in this one. Knights picked up the scoring in this second half. 5 goals in the first half, 4 goals so far in the second, and still plenty of time left. Maybe potentially looking to match the 11 goals scored total by this Knights team just a few weeks ago. Back on the 26th of September. Nice communication amongst teammates. I played it for control, but realized there was nothing on that near sideline, so move it back and over. Stolen by the Knights. Ball stays in the offensive zone. Not for long, though. At least not for long with possession, as the Owls got it and then gave it right back. Hot potato with possession over the last minute. It's certainly not hot potato with possession right here. It's hot potato with who wants it on the Knights side. They are going back and forth with these passes, lulling the defense to sleep, getting them out of position. And the Knights setting themselves up for the attack. You know they're going to go on that attack. They're just waiting for the right opportunity. Waiting for the right driving lane to open up. It looked like for a moment Grace was going to take it. Instead, another passing display from the Knights, switching fields onto the far sideline now. And the individual defense puts a stop to it for a moment. Past the midfield now. And right idea, trying to feed the player cutting in towards the goal on the through ball, but a nice step up defensively. Making the initial play. Still looking for that clear. Oh, nice move. Playing it back with the heel, setting up the pass. Briggs around one and a second shot. It never came. Nice close out defensively. Briggs still working hard, though. It is a battle between the two players on the far sideline. And Briggs won it for a moment, but then just played it just a little too far out in front. Flowers, though, for Sarah Briggs and Isabella Cabrera, who were battling on that far sideline. Nice pass up the far sideline. And the sideline judge says that that ball was played a little bit too far over the line. Heads-up passing display continues for Coach King's squad. They are really passing that ball with a string. And offsides, Briggs just by a hair. You saw she had the step on the defense. And once again, knew it had to be too good to be true. When those opportunities present themselves like that for the Knights, when you can stretch the defense out like they are with this passing display, there's going to be a driving lane for somebody to run under one. Just got to stay patient. Knights have certainly created plenty of driving lanes for themselves, almost matching their total for goals scored in the second half with what they had in the first, as this time Briggs stays onside, gets it in a good spot around one, could not get the shot off though, just a little bit too far out in front. Owls were able to control it after the goal kick there for a moment. But much like they've done all afternoon, the Knights are winning possession at or around the midfield line and just not giving this Owls team any chance to get the ball into their offensive zone. And it is hard to win games when you cannot create offensive chances for yourself. And the shutout well underway here at the Castle, but it's not just in terms of goals scored. The Owls are being shut out in everything offensively. No goals scored, no shots on goal, no corner kicks. Really a smothering defensive performance from this Knights team, and one that they will certainly be talking to Mom and Dad about afterwards. This is one that you write home about. Absolutely dominating performance from them. Coach King is hoping that it is a sign of what is to come. A sign that his team is going to close off this regular season with style. Punch their ticket to the Region 20 tournament. And then who knows where they go from there. I know what their hopes are. A return trip to the national tournament. And, of course, finishing the job once they get there. Pass played to the outside, now a little bit further to the outside now. 15 minutes left. Knights searching for one more. Trying to make it 5 in the first and 5 in the second. Henning centering pass, had someone. That was Friedenberg making the run from the back line. The defense stuck the leg out and got a piece of it just at the last moment. Substitution checking into the game for the Knights. Two players checking in. Long throw, and that one was last touched by a red jersey. Oh, nay, says the man with the zebra stripes. Offsides is the call, or maybe too much hand fighting. What we know for sure is it's going the other way with a freebie. Vetri came in with the hip tackle there for a second. Couldn't win it cleanly, but did make enough of a deflection to slow down the attack. And a teammate was able to come in and finish the job. Little knee knocking that time on the tackle attempt from Friedenberg. Both players feeling it, but moving on. Owls will move it up a little further into their offensive zone. Throw in. Trying to hold on to hope that they can break up this shutout. We knew what kind of day it was going to be for this Union team, just based on the numbers, wins and losses, of course. Not strong for them coming into this one, but when you took a little bit of a deeper dive into the numbers outside of that, it really painted the picture pretty clearly. 1.8 was the goals per game average for this Union team coming into this one. 5.5 was their goals against average. And then, of course, the 1-4-1 record. And that one win coming on the road. So still yet to win a game at home. This Union College team in the middle of a struggling season, but a coachable moment for them. Not just this season, but in the game of life as well. The Knights have had some seasons like that here at the Castle. It's been quite a few years since the lean years, so to speak. I remember at one point, after a few years of struggle with the women's soccer team here at Essex, Coach Fiedler came in, took over, was coaching both teams at one time. And he kind of righted the ship for the women's program. Coach King came in shortly afterwards, and he has taken that foundation and built upon it and continued to build upon it. And now putting the squad in a position where they are going to be a tough team to mess with when it comes to the tournament. You know, the numbers on one side for the Owls, not very good. Numbers on the other side for the Knights, man, just about as good as they can get. 8-3-1 on the season, 5-3 in the conference, 3-2 at home, 4-1, on the road, and 1-0 in their one and only game at a neutral site. And then the Knights in the top 25 in multiple categories. When you look at the deeper dive in numbers, they are 22nd in assists, 25th in shots on goal, 21st in shots per game, 12th in shot percentage, 11th in shots, and 12th in goals scored. This is a juggernaut of a team, at least so far. They've shown displays of being a juggernaut team. Of course, you pair those numbers with the 5 shutouts that this Knights team has so far this year. That, of course, is good for 15th. And they are 9 minutes away from moving that number of shutouts to 6. I still think that is really the most impressive stat there is. Potential 6 shutouts on the season. 9 wins, 6 of them by way of the shutout if the Knights are able to hold the 0 on that big board for the final 9 minutes. Centering pass. Vetri's trying to run under it, and a great job of using the body as a shield. The Owls defender not letting the Knights even get close to that one, or get too close to it. And it'll be a goal kick with just over 8 minutes left in the second half. About as good of a time as any to thank all of you at home for joining us once again on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. It wasn't the day at the office that the Union Owls were looking for, but it certainly was a great day in the neighborhood for this Knights team. 9 goals scored, 22 shots on goal, and just about an inch away from number 10 as that one goes into the side of the net. Oh, Shackton a full moment on both sides. One player falls down for the Knights, and one falls down for the Owls as we see one go through the wickets, leading to a goal-scoring opportunity, but a huge deflection right there in the center of the box before Briggs could get that one on goal, and a high five from the goalie afterwards. Big old thank you. It's a shot blocker getting in front of that one. Beautiful pass. I think that was Vetri who went 5-hole on the centering pass. And Brown smartly allowing the ball to play in front of her, realizing that Briggs had a better run towards it. Final minutes of the contest as another one is sent into the side of the net. And it'll be another corner kick, says the ref. Knights elect to go for the short kick that time, and a beautiful cross afterwards. Had a white jersey there. Could not climb up to the tippy top of the ladder to get ahead on that and put into the back of the net. And growing up, my dad used to say the pass prettier than the shot. Well, on that one, certainly, you were right, Pops. A beautiful pass to the back post. What could have been? But hey, you can afford to miss a few when it is a 9-0 beatdown of a contest. Steal another line from my dad. As Brown has Christmas come early there for a moment with a nice pass right on her doorstep. Vetri got the steal, then poked the pass over to Briggs with a nice move to get around one defender. Nice trickery with the ball handling. I think she went right to left. Nice little step over. Vetri looking to turn the corner, and it plays over the end line. 4 minutes is all that separates these two teams from the final whistle, and they are looking forward to that final whistle, of course, for two very different reasons. The Owls, they want it to hit triple zeros. They want to put it behind them and get back on that bus and head back home. A tough day at the office, but the quicker it ends, the quicker you can put it behind you and start figuring out what you can learn from this. On the other end, the Knights want it to end because they've got work tomorrow as well. Another contest tomorrow at 1 o'clock Sunday. The final test of the week, the Harcum Community College Bears are coming into town, and they are looking to play spoiler on what has been already a successful week of soccer action here at the Castle. The Knights 3 minutes away from moving to 3-1 in their 4 games that they've already played this week. Or 2-1 in their 3 games they've already played this week. They are hoping to move to 3-1 after their 4th and final game of the week, as Friedenberg with a nice move, stepping over, hopping over the leg of the defender. More work to be done here offensively. And, of course, defensively, the work has never stopped for this Owls team. Remember, a goal for the Knights in the first minute of the contest, 2 goals in the first 6 minutes, and that was kind of the omen of the game. 5 goals in the first half, 4 in the second half. It's 17-2. The Knights currently outscoring their opponents over their last 2 games. 17-2. When you combine this score with the score of their contest at Carroll on the 3rd. And remember, fans, that game at Carroll, that was a 2-2 game going into halftime. And then 6 unanswered goals in the second 45. My goodness, that halftime speech from Coach King must have been epic. Oh, Al Pacino, Any Given Sunday-esque. Because his team has come firing on all cylinders since then. Since the halftime speech from Coach King in New Jersey on the 3rd, the Knights are currently outscoring their opponents 15-0 over 3 halves of play. Just a tremendous performance and run for this Knights team. A truly dominating run of offense and defense, and they are going to look to continue it as we see another save from the defensive line. Man, that is the 3rd or 4th time we've seen one of the defenders make a save on an open net. And the effort continues to be strong defensively for this Owls team, even with the game where it is. The final score in this one, 9-0. The Knights will indeed get their 9th victory of the season and their 6th by way of the shutout. Coach King's team playing their best soccer when it matters most, and they are going to look to continue that trend tomorrow Same time, live here at the Castle, 1 o'clock. They have a matchup against the Harkham Bears. If you can't join us live here at the Castle, well, join us live on YouTube. Your home for all of the Knights' home games all season long. Aaron Thomas for the final time today saying good afternoon, good evening, and good night.